driving down that road this morning. I'm heading to Colin's tractor, which is on the road on the other side of the power lines, and the back tire has separated from the rim. It's got a flat. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix it or not, but I'm gonna try. I got three scenarios. One, if I can get the lug nuts off, I'll just take the wheel, if I can pick it up and put it in my truck, and bring it to the tire guy in town. Good old tire guy can fix anything. Yeah, that's assuming I can get the lug nuts off with the 4-way wrench I brought with me, and that I can physically pick it up and put it in the truck, because these tractor tires are heavy. And also, I was thinking that maybe I could, I brought a ratchet strap, that maybe I could strap the tire and pooch it out and get the rim to seat again. And I brought my little baby air compressor, and it's the only compressor I have that's portable. And maybe I could get some air in the tire and get it to reseat on the rim. The tire was full of water, which I don't know if how that's gonna affect me getting it back on the rim. I've never dealt with one of these tires that are full of water. It's a pretty common thing on these small to medium tractors is to fill the back wheels with water. It makes the tractor heavier, more stable. You can pick up more with the front bucket. So yeah, we got a unknown situation here. We just got to get to the tractor and see what I can do. And then the third possibility is to call a tire guy and have him come out here and fix it. I can't find any yellow pages, but that doesn't mean there aren't any around. So that's the third possibility. That probably cost some pretty good coin to get somebody out here. Anyway, so okay, so this has all been a big lie. I dealt with the tractor like 3 weeks ago. I'm not going to see it right now. And the reason I'm doing this is because I did this exact video before and I lost it. So I didn't have an introduction to the tractor tire episode video. So I'm retaping this kind of like it was when I first came out here to fix the tire. But the tire is now fixed, and we'll watch the video, or you can watch the video and see how we managed to get it fixed. All right, so getting the wheel off is not gonna happen because my 4-way won't even reach the studs because they're set in there so far. So the next thing will be to jack it up. You see where it's not set on the bead anymore. Jack it up and hopefully it flexes back closer to the bead. I don't know. I bought 2 jacks. I think this tractor weighs around 4,000 pounds. I got 2 jacks that are strong enough, I think. Let's see if we can get it up and get it kind of halfway safe.
So I couldn't fit my bottle jack under there. It's really close to the ground. I'm using a floor jack, which is kind of sketchy because floor jacks lift in an arc. So either the jack needs to roll forward as it comes up, or the thing you're lifting needs to roll backwards. Otherwise, you put a lot of weird stresses on the jack. In this case, nothing was moving. But I did manage to get it up high enough to get a couple of 4x4s under the frame, and it was never in danger of like falling on me. So we got the tire off the ground. That was step 1.
Just for fun, I beat on the tire a little bit not with the pointy end, with the dull end of this thing, and man, it's pretty close. If I had a huge air compressor with a big hose, I probably could blow enough air in the stem to make it pop out, but I don't have that. I have a little baby air compressor, so I'm gonna put the strap around it and try to squash it into shape. So I had to drive back to the cabin. I forgot the tractor key and my little tool for getting the stem out. Now the tractor key, that's just optimism because I may or may not need it, but I need to get the stem out of this, or the core out of this stem, so that I can get air in there as fast as possible with my little compressor. And now I'm here with the little Ranger, and I forgot the air hose in the back of the truck. So we're gonna make another trip. So we'll make another trip up and down the road because I gotta have the air hose or the compressor doesn't do me any good. And I might as well get some gasoline while I'm there because to refill up the little compressor tank, I will need to use the generator, which is around the corner. And I don't know how much fuel is in that generator. So, yeah, I might as well bring the gas tank back. So let's run down the road again.
Jumping ahead here to try number 3, I think. Went back to the cabin and got some soapy water to try to make the tire more slippery and easier to get on the rim. And that helped a lot.
This is somewhat of a miracle, but between the strap and the soapy water that I sprayed on there, it's just soap with water, and beating on it with the maul, I think the bead is back on. Now let's see if I can get enough air out of this little air compressor to start holding something.
Okay, great camera angle here, but in hindsight, I've learned when you hear that noise, that particular hissing sound, that's not good. That means the air is coming out between the tire and the rim. I didn't know that at the time, but once I did get the tire to seal, it just makes a totally different sound.
I think I'm putting air in the tire. It's hard to tell. I don't have that much air left in the tank. Don't know why. No, it all leaked out. I got nothing. Let me go fill up my air compressor again, and we'll try again. We're gonna keep trying.
So a couple of 100 yards up the road back toward the cabin is where this generator lives, and it powers the water pump that fills the water trailer when we need to water the trees that I've been planting. It just sits here. It usually starts pretty quickly, and I'm using this electricity to fill the compressor. I did it 4 times. Here's another try. Got the strap a little tighter, and I'm beating on it with a maul, and you can see how the tire's jumping off the rim. It's just not tight enough yet. Of course, in hindsight, I could see that, but at the time, I didn't know what I was doing, or I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but I just wasn't quite there. So, hooked up the air compressor, drained another tank of air, and it went back into the atmosphere, and we're going to try it again. Trying again. This time I was trying to wiggle the tire while the air was going in. I think you can get away with that on smaller tires, but not the tractor tires. And wiggling it, the tractor fell off the floor jack, but I had the blocks under it, so it didn't go much. It didn't go far and didn't hurt anything. And it stayed on the blocks for the rest of the duration.
Well, it fell off the jack, but it's still on those blocks. I'm gonna put another strap. God dog it, it's in the truck. I'm gonna go back to the truck and get another strap and see if I can't squash it some more.
I finally realized I did not have to take the compressor out of the buggy to put air in it because the cord was long enough. Careful there, careful. This is the time when I finally got it, and you can hear the sound difference when the air finally stays in the tire.
I got it. I heard the bead.
So what was different this time? I didn't go get the second strap, but I tightened this one a whole lot more, and that's the key. Beating on it with the maul is minimal, But you got to get that strap tight. You got to distort the tire so that you kind of squashing it and making the insides pop out.
We have air in the tire. And now we're going to put the stem back in. Oh shit. Oh shit. It blew out. The stem blew out.
So this is where my shaky hands let the little valve core blow out, and it's somewhere in 100 acres of pine straw, but I could not find it. I spent quite a while on my hands and knees looking for it, and it was just gone.
This is a leak.
But luckily the valve cap was metal, and it actually had a little O-ring in it, so I was able to save the air I had in the tire just with the cap, and fix the stem in a little bit.
Crap. Boy, this is... So, however, if I have to run back and steal one out of a bicycle, I think it's the same thing. I think. Well, I can't find the stem. The cap seems to be holding pressure. I don't have a clue how much pressure is in here because the little gauge doesn't work well without the stem. So once again, I'm gonna go fill up the the little compressor tank, and I'm gonna run back to the shed and grab a stem from one of the bicycles that doesn't get used. And yeah, but I think I got it. I'm pretty stoked. I'm gonna take the strap off. Let's see what happens. Woo! Was pretty tight, and the wheel got bigger because now there's weight on the strap, which is fine. Everything's lovely. Let me go get another tank full of air and a stem from a donor bicycle. I'll be back. Okay, so I got a little bit of a conundrum here. I did get a stem, and it is holding air with a cap and a stem. I don't really have a chuck to fit the gauge, so if when I push this on there, I think some air is going in, but it leaks like crazy. And I don't think this pressure gauge is working because it kind of just moves a little bit and then sticks. So I don't know how much air I have in the tire. The little regulator on here won't work because I can't seal between this and this. They got all kind of warnings about do not exceed 27 psi. At least you can have death and all kind of bad things happen if you go over that. So I'm a little, I don't think I think it'll hold itself up with what's in there. I could drive it back to the cabin and see if I have another gauge in my truck. I might, and maybe I gotta maybe I can run to the hardware store and buy a proper air chuck. And yeah, but anyway, I think we got it. I'm getting ready to take the jack out, and we'll know for sure then. The jack is out and the tractor's sitting on the tire. I'm gonna load all this crap in the bucket and head back to the cabin. And what good is that gonna do me? It'll only do me good if I have another air pressure gauge in my truck. Otherwise, I'll just park it at the cabin where it'll be easier to get air because I have electricity there. So all good. May be the end of this video. So it's been a few weeks. The tire's still holding air, thank goodness. So now we're going to put water in there because it doesn't have any water. The other side has water. We need to make them balanced. We need to make them balanced. We need water. Can't put water in until I get air out, and I can't let too much air out or the tire will go flat and the bead might pop off again. So we're going to let some air out. And then I bought this little adapter thing to hook up a hose. And so then we're going to put water in, and then at some point we're going to have to let some air out, and then put some more water in and let some air out, and on until the water gets up to here. And then I'll check the pressure with my little battery powered air compressor because it has a pretty accurate gauge hooked up to it. All right, we have water going in. Not real fast, but it's going in. This may take a while, but I can tell it's going in. My pump keeps coming off and on. So we're gonna let it go for a while. Yeah, actually I can see the tire moving. And then I'll turn off the faucet and I'll open this little valve right here, and this should let some more air out. And then we're gonna repeat. Yeah, I can see the tire raising up right now. I don't know how to tell how much pressure we have in it. It's kind of spooky. Okay, I discovered a kink in the hose. Got the kink out and now it was going in much faster. So I'm gonna try to let out a little air here. I thought this was a valve, but it just comes all the way out. So I really don't want to lose this thing. Okay. I'll put this back and turn the water back on. And my water pump's running again. Running steady, so it must be a pretty good bit of water going in there. I have no idea how many gallons it holds. Had another kink in my hose, which was making it go slow, and got that one out. So now it's going, the water's going in pretty fast. I think, can't see it, but I can hear it. Okay, we'll let the air out again. Try not to get wet because it's freaking cold. It's gonna get very cold tonight. All right. Turn the water back on. Here goes the pump. Well, I guess I'm a little slow. You don't have to unscrew this thing. This is a little push button. You just got to push the button in to let the air pressure out. You can't push it in when the hose is on because then you just get water squirting out at you. I have no idea how much water's in this thing. If this was summertime, I'd be freaking out about using up all my rainwater in my cistern. But this is winter and it rains a lot, so we don't usually have any trouble with the tank getting low. It seems to be rising quicker every time, so I think there's less volume of air to build up pressure. Finally, we are full. When I press the button, no air comes out, only water, so the water's got to be above here. So I need to remove this contraption, get the little valve stem back in, and if I lose it, it's no big deal. I got 4 spares. And then get the air pressure up to 12, I think, and we'll be done. We are filling up. It has currently 6 pounds. That little compressor is only supposed to run 5 minutes at a time, or it might blow up. It's gonna be close. If I can get 10 or 12 in there, we'll call it good. Let's see. Oh, it's already 7. It's going up pretty fast. 7.5. It's going up real fast. We're gonna get it. So that concludes my adventure with repairing a tractor tire. Actually, I didn't repair it. I just got it back on the rim. Now the other side was low. It was 7 pounds. So that's probably what happened. The tire just got real low. Not enough air pressure and kind of hit those roots, kind of bumpy spot in the road. And it just made a gap. Once it makes a gap and some water squirts out, then you can't stop it. So anyway, I learned a little bit. I hope you maybe learned a little bit too. Thanks for watching.